Full settlement has been reached after a dispute over Lisa Marie Presley's estate. Priscilla Presley says she has settled a dispute over the estate of her late daughter, Lisa, with her granddaughter. She had submitted a petition.
If you think what just happened between Priscilla and Riley in regards to the settlement was okay, you are probably not going to like this video. I think we're all a little bit surprised to find out that on Monday, as opposed to continuing to argue the case of whether or not the document was a fraud, Lisa Marie Presley removing Priscilla as a co-trustee and Barry Siegel and making Riley the co-trustee, instead of proving what she initially claimed, which was that that was a fraud. Her name was spelled wrong. It wasn't Lisa Marie's signature, etc. Instead, Priscilla accepted a cash settlement in order to go away. And in doing so, she also asked if she could be buried next to Elvis, the love of her life. Well, from what I've read, it just seems outrageous the differences between the release and statements that happened after the settlement is slightly clear. But one thing that Priscilla came out and said is it's almost it's the way she's now flipping the coin and turning it back on all of us in the media saying, well, see, this wasn't a lawsuit. I would never file against my beloved granddaughter. My family has resolved all confusion as it relates to our plea to the court and request for document interpretation after my daughter Lisa Marie's untimely passing. Although some media identified such a plea as a lawsuit, I want to make it clear that there was never any lawsuit filed against my beloved granddaughter. This is the statement that she needed to release after then accepting what TMZ is reporting millions of dollars of a settlement, millions of dollars out of the inheritance, out of Riley's inheritance and Harper and Finley's inheritance. And there's been a lot of comments and discussion back and forth in regards to this. And some people say that we should be staying out of their business. This is family business. So I understand to a degree. I think that there's a lot of people that have a vested interest in Elvis's legacy, Graceland, all of it. It's a multi-million-dollar business. It's like Disneyland to some. It's Dollywood to others. People do have an interest in who is going to inherit it. What does that look what does the future of Graceland look like? Who would be controlling the future of Graceland? And that there are many that feel like Priscilla is using Elvis for money. And by using Elvis for money, I think that's really bothering Elvis's fan base because it's exploiting. It's exploitive, right? She's exploiting it right in front of our faces, and we're all seeing it. People are actually paying money to listen to her talk about her relationship with Elvis to this day. She just got back from her tour in England, and now she's starting her tour around the United States, where for $60 to $120 or something like that, you can take a seat and meet her and listen to all the untold stories about she and Elvis. Riley's statement was very it it kind of showed well, actually, she didn't really make a statement. I think her lawyer came out with a statement saying that she wouldn't have settled if she wasn't happy about it. And then reports go on to say she just wanted this over. She wants to go on with her life. She doesn't want to battle her grandmother. She wants to grieve her mother and not have this hanging over her head. And I'm sure she's just thinking she's 77. I've got to let her do whatever I can to live out the rest of her life. And maybe she's probably a good girl and she probably feels very torn about her relationship with her grandmother. And I'm sure she knew about maybe Lisa Marie's relationship with her mother, and that caused some issues. I think we would all have been okay or better if just dealing with the settlement. Just, okay, you paid her off. We know what that is. We know that she's saying, "See, I wasn't actually suing her. I just walking away with the millions that I wasn't left by Elvis and I wasn't left by Lisa Marie." And I may have acted a little butthurt about Lisa Marie probably leaving me out of the will, but at least I've got my due. And then she took it a little bit far when she asked to be buried at Graceland. But now that I think about it, I think that that is something that Riley may have let out to give those a hint as to how Riley really feels about the situation. Because I continue to say that if I think that Riley not allowing Priscilla to be buried at Graceland speaks volumes. And I think it says a lot about how Riley really feels about the situation. So I guess we will continue to see how this plays out. I know Riley just wants to go on. So I guess as Graceland grows under Riley's reign and all of that, that should be interesting. And I have all the faith in the world. And I guess Priscilla can continue to tour and to have her million. So that's all for now.